So, Geoff, we're back at HR Tech Fest and Innovation here in Sydney. I'm delighted to be closing off the interviews. I'm with Geoff Stead from Babel. Geoff, tell us about your talk. I know you did 2 talks, which were slightly different. Tell us the shorthand version of what the outcomes were.
The shorthand version is that there's a lot of lessons that big organizations can learn from startups about the way you work, the iterative way you think about working, the very end-user-centric way you think about designing what you're building, how you try and allow for some risk in what you do so that you're not constrained by the big organizational traps that get set up and stop you being agile and innovative. And so I was just talking about a bunch of issues around that and how bigger organizations could learn from startups and adopt some of those working practices.
And why do you think big organizations lose their way with that?
Because they get very risk averse, and there's lots of people who worry about small pieces of risk, and when you add that all together, you get big systems that are out of date and everyone's too nervous to change them, or you get procurement who want to have a detailed plan about what's going to happen without realizing that that very detailed plan is ruling out all of the young startups that could be providing it.
Okay, now your other talk, you were talking from a different perspective. You were talking about the startup of people, like people being startups. So with that in mind, based on what you've said about the agility and all that kind of thing, what does that actually mean for people?
So I guess for me personally, it means always taking a bit of a risk. So you know, there's the safe way and there's the totally way out there risky way, and it's about trying to walk the path in the middle where you're taking a few bold risks. That's one that works for me. Always trying out new ideas because you never know when they're going to be able to map from the outside world to the work world.
Excellent. And anything else you think we should take away?
Just encourage you to be brave and channel your inner startup.
So be brave and get it done. Be
Yeah.
inner startup. Geoff, I know you're in Berlin. How can anyone get in touch with you?
Twitter @Geoff Stead. I run a blog called Work Learn Mobile where there's a lot of things around L&D and technology. Otherwise, track me down via Babel.
And personally, I look forward to seeing you in Berlin.
I look forward to it.
Thanks.